Howdy, 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 my beautiful Taurus. Welcome to this tarot reading for January 2023. Hopefully something in here resonates with you. We're going to be talking about your relationships, potentially what's going to be manifesting for you, and just your past, present, and future. So if that sounds good to you, darling, then let's just get right into this here, all right? And so just the first three cards that we are pulling for you in your past here, I feel like you've been dealing with, Taurus, a situation. It's like you have been fighting with some personal demons, friend, or the person, like the demon itself is an actual person incarnate for you, right? When I see this devil card coming in here, as well as the sun card in the reverse, this leads me to believe where in the past for you, you were really hopeful about something. You were hopeful about some situation turning out in a positive way, right? And to me, I read this off as like you were really thinking the best of a situation. You were giving something the benefit of the doubt, Taurus, and for whatever the case is, it just didn't work out for you. And it caused for you to be a hermit here, right? It caused for you to close off into your shell and just be at a point where it's just like, you know, I don't really want to talk to anybody, right? Now, this could also just be in a sense where it's like you might be feeling super insecure at this time or what have you. But, you know, just looking into this a little bit deeper, Taurus, this reads off to me in such a way where it's like, because of that hermiting state, because of whatever this devil is that you, this inner demon, this demon that you have been battling with here, this leads me to believe that because of this hermiting state, it's been really closing you off. It's been stopping you from really allowing for you to go forward with your projects, go forward with anything in your life, really, because it really puts you in your head, I feel, right? And that's really unfortunate for you, Taurus, but I promise you, darling, it's about to get so much better. I pulled the other two rows for you for your present and your future, honey, and I can just say right off the bat here, Taurus, right? I see you overcoming this turmoil, I see you overcoming this demon here, essentially, Taurus, and one, you know, by you finally overcoming it, which the answer, you know, I feel like it was necessary for you, Taurus, to just be in your shell and just, you know, do what you needed to do. You needed to have a human moment, and that's fine, darling, right? Very normal. But going into your present now, I do see you overcoming this, and so we get the Queen of Wands, the Five of Wands, and in the reverse, and then we have that Magician card here. Now, for you, Taurus, it's like you were cutting the fat, essentially, right? Whatever demon that you were dealing with, right? Whatever issue you were dealing with, you know, it took you pretty hard. You took it pretty hard, right? And that's just normal, right? You know, you gave something the benefit of the doubt. You gave something a chance, and then it disappointed you. But through that disappointment, you know, the Five of Wands, I actually do not like this card at all, but seeing this in the reverse makes me really happy, because it shows to me where it's like you overcome that devil, and then it actually releases quite a bit for you. It really takes care of a lot of blockages, a lot of personal blockages. It almost gives you like this sense of freedom now for you, Taurus, where you're just like, oh, finally, I can start doing what it is that I want to do. I can finally start creating. I can finally start chasing after, or excuse me, I almost just coughed into the mic. I feel like you're just getting to this point where you're going to have a lot more freedom of expression, freedom of being able to create and really, you know, no longer be in this place of consistently daydreaming about being like, oh, it would be nice to do X, Y, and Z, whatever that is for you. And you actually being able to create that reality for yourself, right? Taurus, with that Magician card there. And that's just in your present energy. Now, in your future here, Taurus, all right, due to whatever, like I do see you getting a lot of attention here. I do see, you know, when I see this Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands in the reverse, and then this Five of Pentacles in the reversed, you know, you see all these reversed cards, Taurus, and you might initially be like, oh, Velca, this doesn't not sound pretty fabulous. You know, it doesn't look good. But again, like you're getting all these the cards that you're getting inverted, Taurus, are the cards that you would want to be inverted, not in the upright. If these cards were in the upright, then you would be in trouble here. But in your future here, I see you getting a lot of attention, Taurus. All right. I see you winning people over that didn't initially want to see your side of things, or didn't want to see this side of you, Taurus. It's almost as if people, like, I don't want to say like people came together, Taurus, and just like have really pushed it onto themselves to be like, all right, we're not going to like Taurus because, you know, they are a, you know, asshole or something like that. And I see for you, at like, you know, this Eight of Wands is like a lot of quick forward movement for you. It's like you prove them wrong. You know, people want to call you like the narcissist or what have you. Again, that's just their perspective, because they would rather vilify you, Taurus, rather than hold themselves accountable and look at like why it is that they are being triggered by whatever it is that you are, right? It's like people always want to make you the bad guy when you're just literally trying to sit there and exist. And I feel like this happens in a lot of relationships in your life, Taurus, where it's like, especially like the people that you care about, I feel like you really always end up in this place of where you have to self-sacrifice. Even on some level, it's like the people that you have close to you, like your family, your friends, perhaps, I feel as if like you've had to dampen your light quite a bit, and it's almost made you feel as if being like, all right, do you even like me for me? And I see in your future here, you know, whatever, once you overcome that devil here, you win people over, and you also gain a lot more confidence. All right. The very things that you were insecure about, or what people made you feel insecure about, Taurus, are going to be the very things that really help you get to the next chapter of your story, whatever that story is for you, Taurus. All right. It's looking really, really, really positive here. Now, I want to get some clarifiers on this whole situation here. What I do want to be saying, Taurus, is just, you know, I do like you either have some like secret low-key haters, like frenemies, like you might have some little a few frenemies, Taurus, or you're just you have consistently surrounded yourself with people that, like, they may be good people, they may be a wonderful family member or a wonderful friend most of the time, but they've almost like convinced you that there's something wrong with you, right? It's almost as if they're telling you, just like, oh, Taurus, you're too loud, you're too adventurous, you know? I do see that, and it's because of that, in response, Taurus, you've like gone into your shell, and you're just like, well, I don't want to make the people, you know, if the people that I care about are saying this, you know, then I have to change, right? I have to lower my light, and that's just not the case, Taurus, right? I do feel like for you, you're going to be stepping into your power big time, but you have to really come face to face with that devil there. All right. And for many of you, Taurus, Taurus is here. All right. Confirming this, we have the 10 of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Strength card here, Taurus. Right. So this is really confirming this message of where it's like, some of the people that you have closest to you, Taurus, I feel like you're going to be having a very honest and blunt talk with them, even if it's because I'm being shown a mirror, Taurus. So I do feel like on some level, the honest, blunt conversation is with yourself. You know, why haven't you liked yourself? You know, why, like, what has been holding you back from creating? You know, what personal insecurities do you have, or personal shame that you put on yourself that holds you back? And it's almost as like you are convincing yourself that if you were to express like the most authentic version of yourself, that everyone would turn on you. I don't even want to call this imposter syndrome, Taurus, because I feel like this is more so a sense of just straight up insecurity, but I do feel like it developed through someone in your circle. All right, through someone that has access to you. So again, I feel strongly could be friends, family, or something like that. Someone that you really, when you first connected to them, obviously they didn't present themselves, Taurus, as the devil, right? That's not what the situation was initially. It just ended up turning in that way, you know? And I'm not here to tell you how you should handle that relationship in your life, all right? I just feel like you need to call a spade and no longer allow certain people's influence take so much control over you, because it's like they're doing you a disservice by making you get so in your head. I feel like you could create so much. I feel like you're really destined, Taurus, for if you really were to live up to your potential, you could really have a lot of eyes on you, bring forth a lot of attention. All right. So your oracle card, your oracle reading for today, Taurus, is the winter's dream, the gestation period, right? And I was saying for you earlier, Taurus, where it's like, I feel like you're coming into a phase in your life where you are no longer going to be in this constant daydreaming place. I feel like you're coming into 2023 and you're just like, you know what, this is going to be the year that I finally do the things that I've been wanting to do. And because you've made like this decision for yourself, Taurus, you've had to really come face to face with that devil or that mirror, right? And you're finally calling the spade a spade. And once you get through that initial discomfort period, Taurus, you will really have like those shackles, those chains free you and allow you to fully be that Queen of Wands in this Magician card that we pulled for you, darling, right? So really fabulous energy. This is a really good reading for you, Taurus. Hopefully something in here resonated. If it did, be sure to check out your sun, moon, and your rising sign, Taurus. I also have a new podcast, which I'll link down below, friend, if you want to check it out, Taurus, and I'll connect you sometime in the near future. Bye, darling.